every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down. My ego don't come. My people make we shut down. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego die the political. My ego don't come. This one not they off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Mayegun don't come. My people make you shout. Mayegun don't come. Man of the masses. Kula wa mo, amo to do. Ayégun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Lórí Facebook.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. And tell them Mayegun today o. Yeah. Tell them.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Tonight.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Atiku has finally come out to tell us everything that happened in America.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Call the certificate forger. Nigeria president forged his own certificates, and this is a developing story. As lawless as Nigeria is, a lot of people are beginning to now quote their own constitution. Kolu has violated the Nigeria constitution again. This time around, to rob a whole country of democratic experience. Yóò ṣẹ̀wọ̀n.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Kolu forged certificates, and it's confirmed.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mo ti dé o. So good morning to you once again, and good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun, and this is live, if you are watching it live, not replay, by the way. Usually you need to have read the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast, like the broadcast, share it, and then relax or possibly sit back as we unveil everything in this in this session rather. Atiku has finally given his own world press conference. But just before we delve into all of that, let us start it from the fact that a lot of you need to know something. And that is, this is not a fight against Tinubu alone. In case so many of you are thinking that, everyone is coming for him and just him. No. Tinubu represents everything that is wrong with Nigeria. And it is actually the height of it. But if you have anything to fight for at all, is whatever is left, if there is any, if it's whatever is left of that Nigeria's reputation, which is already taking a slump, or should I say, what do you call it? A dive. Tinubu, the same Tinubu, is accused of falsifying his education record. I'm going to take you back memory lane on that too, before we get to this part today, right? The same Tinubu is accused of heroin trafficking in America. The same Tinubu is accused of forfeiting $460,000 for heroin trafficking in America. And then the same Tinubu is now, it's also the same Tinubu, the election rigger, but officially now, a certificate forger. As you are watching this video this evening or afternoon or morning, wherever time it is, right? Between now and Monday, Tinubu's, what do you call it, Lagos Baku, they are working round the clock to twist this whole thing. And by Monday, they would have turned it into Yoruba versus Igbo battle again. But just for those who are the, the discerning minds, that is why you have the diary, Mayegun's diary political. We will keep the record. It was Atiku that took Tinubu to a court in America. And a lot of us were kind of felt carried away by distractions like his sex, But there are actually crimes that Atiku and his own lawyers really wanted to dig out, end all speculations, all rumors, and make it official. Back in Nigeria, during the election, when Tinubu filled his INEC form, in that form, Tinubu filled it there that he graduated from Chicago State University in 1979. Then he presented his certificate as the certificate he got from the school. Last year, December, when he came to the UK at the Chatham House, he was asked the similar question about his credentials. And Tinubu told the audience in London then that he personally requested for his lost certificate, and he got it directly from the Chicago State University. They mailed it to him directly. That's what he said in London. But the story has changed though. We have now discovered that the Tinubu that is in Nigeria has been living the life of a lie. He stole somebody's identity. And however they try to perfect the, what do you call it? The forgery, there were still some mistakes left. Chicago State University recorded that indeed there is a Tinubu that attended the school, graduated from the school, but never picked up a certificate. So our certificate happened to be one of the certificates that were left in the student files in Chicago State University. It was never picked up. But in Nigeria, in 1999, Tinubu, in his governorship INEC form, Tinubu filled it there that he went to University of Chicago. Are you listening? This was what prompted late Chief Gani Fawayimi to go after him. It was a battle of their lives. Tinubu sent his thugs, to harass Chief Gani Fawayimi, smash his car, burgle his house, until the old man got played out of the whole thing using the Nigeria system. So all of you who are currently, I don't know how old you are, watching me right now, when the old people tell you the story of Tinubu is not new, the only thing then was there was no social media, okay, like you have now. Only the elites usually buy some special magazines that did a special investigation on different politicians in Nigeria then. And then some soft sell magazines. And, they weren't that much circulated to spur reactions. 24 years ago, just few months when he became the governor of Lagos State, everything about him came public. All of the lies. And indeed, people actually went after him. Like you saw David going after him now, the way he went to expose everything that has now become instrument of a legal battle. Chief Gani Fawayimi single-handedly with Festus Otobokeyamo, they went after Tinubu until he managed to buy all of those that could even give the old man the real support to put him in jail. Chief Gani Fawayimi was working on ensuring that Tinubu was not only going to be removed as governor of Lagos State, he was going to be jailed 10 years for perjury. That was 24 years ago. The moment Chief Gani Fawayimi was completely yanked off him, he became the monster that you have today. 24 years later, the battle has come back to a rebirth. Unfortunately for Tinubu, there is social media, which means in a twinkle of an eye, every information gets to millions of people within minutes, which has made it more difficult for them to cover up. Now, this time around, Tinubu is not parading University of Chicago certificates. He's not parading the government college Ibadan secondary school certificate. He's not parading that anymore. He's not parading primary school something, a lawyer. He's not parading them anymore because they were all fake. It was during the battle with Chief Gani Fawayimi that he dropped those. Then he came back. Since then, he has been kind of parading certificate of Chicago State University. Identity theft. So when they released those documents, it was time for the university registrar to come and confirm if those documents they released, if they can confirm the authenticity of those documents. It was during cross-examination that they now said, we don't know where you got that document from. The certificate is submitted to INEC in Nigeria. Could only be forged. Now, Tinubu's people are telling people in Nigeria that Chicago State University has confirmed that Tinubu went to Chicago State University. that Tinubu that went to Chicago State University was the same, this Tifnumbu. So they are telling all of them in Nigeria that. Another thing is that they are now telling Nigerians that in America, if you school in America and you lose your certificate, you can design your own. Can you even believe that? Yes. They are telling Nigerians right now that all of this is just nonsense. That there is no forged certificate anywhere. That in America, if you go to school in America, their certificate is just ceremonial. So which means if you lose your certificate, you just go online or you just go to a graphic designer. They can design a new one for you. Forge signatures on them. And that is your certificate is original. If you don't believe me, I'll show you something. Somebody went on, one of those Agbado Nation, Agbadorians, all of those, Bele lecturers, Mumu lecturers, one of them was on a radio, on a TV. Listen to this.
One thing Nigerians need to know is that in that certificate, because it's ceremonial, you even have the right to redesign it to your own taste. That is the truth. What is important is the transcript.
Redesign it to your own taste.
Absolutely. You can Google it. It's out there. They advertise it out there in the US. If you have lost your certificate, we can get it back for you.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
It is smoky book.
That's one of them. That's how they talk. Oh. Sometimes when you kind of listen to some of these Lagos Abobakus, and you are asking yourself, how could somebody be so stupid and dumb? And that stupid person is calling another person stupid and dumb. Those who are their speakers are the kind of guy that just spoke just there. He confidently went on Nigeria TV. He said, Google it. Go and Google it. One thing Nigerians need to know is that if you go to school and you lose your certificate, you can design it to your own taste. And other people who also went to school in America, listen to this one. Other people who went to school who are actually living in America, who schooled in America, they too will now go and say, he's saying the truth. It is true. You can design it your way. By the time you go on their profile, you will see Tifnumbu there. Because when you join APC, one of the number one rule is that you should leave your brain outside. You will not need it. Somebody else will begin to think for you. It doesn't matter how educated they are. Sometimes you will think they are doing it deliberately. Abi, you'll be like, why are you talking like this now? Why are you sounding like this now? Is that how you got your own certificate? Is that how you got your own, like all of your own credit? Is that how you got them? But why are you talking like this now? I beg now. I mean, what would they use sense now? What would leave sentiment? What would just talk for reasoning? I mean, sincerely, so it supposed to be. Then you realize that you are talking to a set of dumbos that are also calling other people stupid. Imagine people where they support Tifnumbu. They call people where they support Obi dumb. Imagine the world that we are living right now. That those who have heard everything about Tifnumbu as he is right now, and they will go to any length to sound like mad people defending him. Imagine people like that. And turn and say, those who are supporting Obi, they are the most stupid they have ever seen. And I'm like, Omo, Egbamina, please wake me up now. Which word are we now? Is that Dombaverse? Abikilongpe, all of this universe, verse like that. Metaverse, universe, Domboverse. I don't know. In this same world, educated people are defending somebody. They are defending Agbero, billionaire, political thuggy that has now become president of a country. And then you'll be like, why are you talking like this now, Baba? If we turn the table, if to say na Peter Obi, Abi Atiku, now them they talk say they were doing heroin trafficking and they forfeited money in America. Like, what would be your reaction, Baba? Baba, I leave that one. Even Obi self is Obi saint. Even Obi keep people for Izu River. Obi keep people for Izu River. When Obi was governor of Anambra, he put Anambra money inside Eurobia family business. That one say, Tori Olong, Baba, Tori Olong. If we want to talk about him putting money in Eurobia, killing people in Izu River, Baba, how is that one now cancel? The fact that Tinubu is a drug dealer. He forfeited money in America. He forged his education certificate. He's unwell. And all of these things, does that negate that? Because I don't understand. I'm just saying, if you are saying, are you agreeing? What is he the first person that will forge results? Is he the first person that will forge results? I say, so are you saying it's okay to Google forge result then? Is that what you are saying? I'm not saying it's okay. It did not forge result. About a moment ago, you said he's not the first person to forge results because you finally agreed that he's forged it, Abi. Then again, I'm now asking you that is it okay to forge results? And you're now saying he didn't forge it. Papa, stay in one place. Make the thunder, we go fire you. Don't confuse the thunder. Because situation right now is that, like it is. Look at this.
Oga, good morning, sir. Oh, my powerful CEO, Jejelaye Nigeria Limited. No, sir, I couldn't come to the office today, sir. My document. Which one, sir? The one I submitted? Yes, the one I submitted for my office, for my employment. Oga, it's not for Joe. I didn't forge it, oh. No, sir. No, you have gone to my school. Oga, I'm a director in this company now, and you know I've been working. Oga, I've been working with you for so long. I'm a director now. What? How can I? The truth has come out. Oga, you cannot sack me. You cannot sack me. Even our guy in our country now, or guy in our country that even forged his own too. They didn't. Okay, they didn't sack him now. They didn't sack him, but you cannot sack me. They didn't sack our leader in our country now. That forged his own. Okay, you cannot sack me. You cannot sack me. Okay, you cannot sack me. They didn't sack our own leader in our country, like Nigeria now. They didn't sack him now. He forged his own too now. I'm not the only one. No, you cannot sack me. Please, you have to forgive me. Maybe it's an error. Please, you cannot. I'm fired. Oga only fire me, sir. You cannot fire me. You cannot fire me. Just to learn about our guy here. They didn't sack him. You cannot sack me. Please.
Do you get that? The president of Nigeria is a drug dealer. The president of Nigeria is a certificate forger. The president of Nigeria belongs to jail. But no. The moment you are one of the Lagos Abobakus, you will be hearing things like, Mayegun, you are already, see how tiny, see how skinny you are becoming because of Tinubu issue. Go and chop, I will go and find work. Mayegun, go and take care of your family. Mayegun, go and look for me. You know, somebody said, Mayegun, you are emancipating. What is that like? Baba Emigo argue. When I was in Nigeria, are you with me? I used to dream of what they call the burger. You chop burger and you become big like that. I had that dream. Here you get. So then I came to the UK. All right. And I have been in the UK for over 11 years. They don't do everything. Here you get. Say, make me self get story of those when they talk say, I want lose weight. When people go tell me, say, Mayegu, you need to lose weight too. Baba, wo she problem. Me only problem kokon. She you get. To budget, if to say the access to everything called peace of mind. Like some people will say, if you get peace of mind, you go the big. I say, well, you know. Anyway, I could tell in part why I will never. You can see me tomorrow, I can look like. And you can see me a week after, I can look like. We are talking about those who are destroying millions of lives in Nigeria, including your own life and the life of your loved ones. See, leave me alone. See, if they tell you now, they say, this Mayegun also forged his own certificate. Oh yeah, tell me, how that one go take affect you? How? Shebi na me go affect. Abi? If I dey chop well, na me go deal with that. If my family is suffering, na me go deal with that, not you. But the bottom line is that a drug dealer is the president of Nigeria, and they will begin to frisk us everywhere we go. We are all suspects now. As if that is not enough, the president of Nigeria is a certificate forger. That one, now everybody with they carry Nigeria passport, that one affects, including you. Oh yeah, don't worry about me. See, me, I am somebody who have sort of discovered life. I'll tell you this one before we go fully, okay? Just for the sake of those who would like to deviate, deflect, if they don't call you enemy of these criminals. But I am somebody who has I have come to learn about life in the most unique way. And I wish I have a gift of telling you about it. And not just telling you about it, changing your lives just by telling you. I wish I have that gift. But every time I have the opportunity of telling you, I'll continue to tell you. You understand? So I happen to be somebody who has, I have figured it out that I don't really need much. Right? People don't really need much to be comfortable. Except for those who have been kind of, saddled with the responsibility of making your lives a mystery. Or making our lives generally mystery. You don't need much. But when I came to this country, it was when I came to this country that I discovered that life is not really hard. Sure you get. And those who had the chance of being in charge of our collective destiny, it became so easy for me to see through them. And from my own understanding of life, and as well as that of Nigeria and Nigerians, I personally know that Nigerians, they love their criminals differently. There's no doubt. Okay? You love your criminals differently. Some of you, you love your criminals because you are from the same political party. Some of you love your criminals because you are from the same ethnic nationality, tribe. Some because of religion. Some because of your access to benefit from them. And you can always fight them all, fight yourself or tear yourselves apart for them. I kind of come to realize that. So also in this life, I also realized that your criminal leaders in Nigeria, they are united, and you are divided by those these frivolities of loving your criminals differently. So I now felt like if I could help you or help all of us, all right, to understand the basic things that is affecting every one of us, no matter where you are coming from. If I could just have a chance, you know what I mean? of getting you to see beyond all those whatever, yeah, I would have done something great with my life. Because, like I said, I mean, humans don't need so much to be comfortable and all right. And with what I have kind of dedicated my own life to do, and the blessings that I have kind of acquired in my own short stay on earth, one thing I have come to see is that no matter what happened to me, listen to me, no matter what happened, if I have an opportunity of looking back, I would be happy that I am leaving a footprint, something that somebody somewhere feels liberated just by the words of my mouth, the truth. And that is why I am not supposed to be the center of your problem. Okay? I am supposed to be the conscience that brings you closer to understanding the shit that you are in, the deep shit that all of us are in, including those of us that will live in denial. When the story of Kolu's forgery started making waves, we saw the Lagos Abobakus and their friends who went mad, trying to deflect, trying to change the convo, trying to give excuses. But officially, right now, Tinubu forged his certificate that is submitted to INEC in Nigeria. According to Nigeria law, ladies and gentlemen, Tinubu should be, number one, if he has any kind of shame, he will resign. He won't. Then another thing that he should be removed, tried, and jailed. But that will never happen. If history is to sort of remind us, so to say. However, there are also people who are trying to tell Nigerians that it is the same noise that they made during the time of Buhari, when Buhari didn't present any school certificate. But I also need to quickly clear that before I take you to Atiku's World Press Congress, at the conference, I don't know. During the Buhari time, Buhari wrote an affidavit by saying his credentials, his secondary school certificate, that is a WAEC certificate, primary school certificate, everything, that he submitted everything to the Nigerian army. So he now wrote an affidavit that his certificate was with Nigerian army. He did not present any certificate at all, only affidavit. That is what Buhari presented. It was during the probing of it that they decided to manufacture certificate for Buhari. Around that time, Buhari did not commit any real crime other than an illiterate led Nigeria for 80 years and turned Nigeria to poverty capital of the world. Looted and bankrupted Nigeria, pardoned and elevated terrorists, legalized corruption in those 8 years. It was a pure illiterate. Buhari was pure illiterate. It was this Lagos Oluwole Abobakus that were saying that because Buhari went to Sandhurst in England for military training, they said the certificate of Buhari from Sandhurst military training is equivalent to the certificate of a PhD holder in Nigeria. But the truth of the matter is that every professional examination that Buhari went for, he failed every one of them. He failed everything. And that is why when you see Obasanjo, you'll be seeing things like Olusegun Obasanjo, apart from the GCFR, you'll be seeing other PPT, MLT, LML, GCR, all of those things. They are the title they gave to them when they were in the military, professional examinations that got them promotions. Buhari no get any professional title. He no pass any examination. He no get any certificate. However, his affidavit was the reason why they couldn't hold him on submitting a forged certificate. In the case of Tinubu said he graduated from Chicago State University. He lost his certificate, original certificate, and he reordered it. He reordered the lost certificate, and Chicago State University sent him another certificate signed by another president in 1997. So when they started digging, so this certificate that he now submitted as his own academic certificate to INEC, when they figured out, they discovered that it is now forged. Chicago State University said, it is true, Tinubu attended our school, but that Tinubu did not pick up a certificate. There is question about the sex and all of that, but however, it is now proven that it is either Tinubu stole an identity, because it only requires $26. I told you yesterday that it was $34, Abi. They said Chicago State University website, it will take you $26 to request for replacement of your lost certificate. You cannot go and redesign it yourself. There's nothing like that. Nothing like that anywhere in the world. You cannot go and redesign your academic certificate to your own taste. That is not true. Okay? So, and they don't have any third party. APC, Vuvuselas, propagandists, they are telling their minions in Nigeria right now that Tinubu ordered for his certificate, replacement certificate, from a third party. Chicago State University has no third party agent that is answering for or issuing certificate on their behalf. They said all of this during deposition yesterday. However, Atiku Abubakar, meanwhile, let me give you this instance, by the way. The one where they said that Tinubu ordered his replacement online. That is not true. This form is currently on the website of Chicago State University. If you attended the school, all you have to do is to fill up this form. The reason why Tinubu didn't fill this form is because Tinubu doesn't have the original social security number of the owner of the admission. So he didn't know, Tinubu did not know the original, the authentic social security number. And if you don't have that, that means you have to physically go to the Chicago State University to request for your new replacement. So these two options, Tinubu didn't use them. But his knows on social media and on TV in Nigeria, they are telling Nigerians that you can order your certificate and you can redesign your certificate. That is not true. So here, is it possible to design and redesign your own university certificate in the United States if it is lost? Here is what ChatGPT said. No, it is not possible to design or redesign your own university certificate in the United States if it is lost. University certificates are official documents issued by accredited institutions, and tampering with or creating fake certificate is illegal and can have serious legal consequences, including criminal charges. If you have lost your university certificate, the proper course of action is to contact your university's registrar's office or academic services department. They can provide guidance on the process for obtaining a replacement or duplicate certificate. Typically, you will need to request a replacement certificate, pay any required fees, and provide proof of your identity and enrollment or graduation from the university. The replacement certificate issued by the university will be an official and legitimate document. It's important to uphold the integrity of academic credentials and follow the appropriate procedures for obtaining official copies or replacement of your certificates and transcripts falsifying or creating your own certificate is not only unethical, but can also harm your reputation and future opportunities. This is a very clearer explanation on that lie. So that is not possible. So this man who said on Nigerian TV, I will advise when the arrest starts, this is the first person that must be first arrested as a peddler of fake news. Watch again.
One thing Nigerians need to know is that in that certificate, because it's ceremonial, you even have the right to redesign it to your own taste. That is the truth. What is important is the transcript.
Redesign it to your own taste.
Absolutely. You can Google it. It's out there. They advertise it out there in the US. If you have lost your certificate, we can get it back for you.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take India. It is smoke Igbo. It is take India.
So those are the charlatans that have taken over governance, the space of government in Nigeria. And those are the people you are fighting. Those who don't care about any reputation, Nigeria's reputation. Those who don't care the consequences of all of this on every one of us. Everywhere, all over the world. They don't care. As long as they get their crumb, as long as they get fed and get, they are fine. Nigeria can go to the gutters now today. They don't care. Now let us go to Atiku's press conference, where Atiku decided to share what he brought back from America. And then we'll continue this conversation. The first part.
Dr. Yochayu, former chairman, PDP. All protocols duly observed. We apologize for the space constraints. You know that this is not our tradition, but for the exigency, we all would have to make sacrifice for today. The same sacrifice His Excellency has been making. We'll be as brief as possible, and we expect our colleagues. Please, our dearest colleagues, we expect that we should maintain decorum so that we can hear each other and listen to His Excellency speak to the nation. We have 4 cameras transmitting live, so no crossing of cameras. No crossing of cameras. May I therefore, with the kind permission of Your Excellencies, our esteemed colleagues, friends in the media, invite His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, PDP presidential candidate, and by the grace of God, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, you are welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, former governors, former chairman, our great party, members of the Board of Trustees and members of the National Executive Committee who are here today, this afternoon, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me apologize that we have to have this event in a constrained space like the one we are having now. So we do apologize for that. Gentlemen of the press, fellow citizens
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I consider it important to address and report to you today on issues that define the future of elective government and legitimate leadership in our country. Political leadership and active citizenship matter because they are ways through which we all work together to build a country that works for all who live in it and who will come after us. Our country is bigger than any one of us, and its standing in the world affects the fate of all who come from or live in this great country, which has great future. As leaders, it is our duty to advance the well-being of all our people. For this purpose, my generation worked hard to return the soldiers to the barracks. Very many of us are here. And to defend the right of the people to elect and establish for ourselves legitimate government. Our elections are established and governed by law and founded on the Constitution, from which leadership and government in Nigeria alone derive their legitimacy. The people look up to us as leaders to respect these rules and to defend them. This is what has brought us here today. Today, we are called upon to again, as a people, to uphold and defend the ground rules of elective government in our country. The Constitution prescribes the requirements for those who seek the highest elective office in the land. It should not take months or indeed decades for the institutions concerned to be able to do their work in establishing the credibility of any certificates presented by candidates for public office. We undertook this journey at great cost and for important reasons. The ground rules for legitimate governance in our country need to be upheld. And you who are gathered here today have the responsibility of holding those ground rules. And the reputation of our country is at stake. That affects everyone, Nigerians everywhere, wherever they may be in the world. I am a Democrat by conviction and a citizen of a country that I love. The issues at stake in this case require us once more to rededicate ourselves to both the country and our Constitution. Now we must entrust these facts to us all as citizens and as leaders of the institutions charged with interpreting our Constitution. I should thank the lawyers, both in Nigeria and in the United States, who have assisted us in bringing clarity and definitive answers to these issues that appear to have defied our institutions for nearly a quarter of a century. I also want to extend my gratitude to the Nigerian citizens and friends of Nigeria, both within and beyond the shores of our country, for their patience as we have sought to find the facts and establish the truth. I wish to pay tribute to the late human rights activist, Chief Gani Fawehimi, senior advocate of Nigeria, who inspired us on this path of discovery. Now he can truly rest in peace in the assurance that what he started about 23 years ago has come to fruition. Gani's vindication today gives credence to the saying that no matter how fast a lie runs, the truth will someday overtake it. Former American President Thomas Jefferson once said, and I quote, "If I had to choose between government without newspapers and newspapers without government, I wouldn't hesitate to choose the latter." From exposing the Watergate scandal and unraveling the dubious certificates of politicians, journalists have maintained eternal vigilance by bridging the gap and stepping in when other...
Yeah, I know it's a long speech, but it is needed, okay? So that is where he's about to now pay tribute to David Hundeyin. Yeah, acknowledging that David's relentless perseverance and ruggedness also motivated, especially this generation and he himself, Atiku, to further on his discovery of who is Bola Tinubu. Now he's about to talk about David. I thought I should give it a break around that place and then we'll continue, right? Here is the other part.
It is for these reasons that commendation must be given to David Hundeyin, an independent journalist whose extraordinary work and those of many more young people like him has become a source of inspiration. Special thanks must be given to the millions of Nigerian youths and citizen journalists too, who continue to put out the truth online even when no one is listening. Indeed, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. They have put the country first in their firm commitment to unravel the truth and hold leaders accountable. This gives me the hope that we have worthy partners in the struggle to reclaim the country we call our home. This quest is not for or about Atiku Abubakar. It is a quest for the enthronement of truth, morality, justice, and accountability in our public affairs. In line with this, let me call on all well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, our religious leaders, our traditional leaders, our community leaders, our political leaders, and in particular, Governor Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Governor Rabi Ukwankwaso of the NNPP and the leaders of every political party in Nigeria, and indeed every single person who loves this country, as I do, and who wishes nothing but the best for this country as I do, to join me in this campaign to enshrine probity, accountability, and the basic principles of justice, morality, and uprightness in our country and in our government. This is a task for each and every one of us. Let me, therefore, at this juncture, thank you for listening. May God bless you all, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
So that was Atiku's speech. But there is this part where the deposition, the content of the deposition was read out. Yeah.
On the certificate issued or released by Chicago State University to the lawyers of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. These are the documents. One, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu forged the certificate he presented to INEC. That's one. Two, that the qualifying certificate from Southwest College to Chicago State University bears a female, indicating that that document does not belong to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Three, the Chicago State University admission application form has a claim that Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended Government College, Lagos, and graduated in 1970, when indeed the school was established in 1974. The same document has it that the owner of that document is a black American, and the document Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to INEC, he denied having dual citizenship, which means it does not belong to him. Then, the same document, oral deposition, says that the Bola A. Tinubu is Ahmed, but the NYSC certificate Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to INEC has Adekunle. I don't know where the Adekunle and the Ahmed emerged from. So, on the second arm of your question, of what use will it be in the Supreme Court, it is very, very clear that from decided authorities, the Supreme Court has held that they can accept a party to adduce fresh evidence as long as certain conditions are met. And from what transpired in the proceedings in U.S. courts, that condition has already been met. So, as we speak, our law is very clear that a party at fault cannot be allowed to enjoy the fruit of his illegality. That is our answer to your question. Thank you. My name is Carlo. Carlo,
thank you very much, Carlo. I will take, because of the condition of this place, very hot, and I have their excellencies present here. So many of them. I'm privileged to be right in front of you, your excellencies. Won't keep you here for too long. Okay, Friday or Loco, the Punch newspapers.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Friday Loco. I work with the Punch newspapers. Well, there were been the rumors flying around that because of this issue, this alleged certificate forgery, that some persons have reached you by way of trying to intervene, to put pressure on you, purportedly from the president, for you to step down on this matter. If it is true, will you step down on this matter? That's one. Secondly, you are fighting this cause. What's the fate of your business interests? Do you fear that maybe should you continue that your business interests might be threatened because of the powers from the presidency? Thank you very much.
Okay, let me start from the business perspective because it's the latest in the series of questions that you asked. Yes, as you might have read in several other places, I was, in fact, not involved, in fact, I was the founder of one of the biggest oil and gas logistics company since the military area. And as soon as Buhari government came, even though we had license, we had got nothing to do with government. We were only contractors in logistics to the oil companies, not government. But as soon as Buhari came, all those contracts were revoked and taken away from us till today. So I'm not doing any government business. Yes, I'm in other businesses, agriculture, manufacturing, and so on and so forth. So that's as far as government business is concerned. So I'm not scared of any business being taken away from me. It has already been taken away from me since the beginning of was in 1990, since Buhari's time. They took it and distributed it among themselves. So what was the other question? Not really. Yes, immediately after the elections, I was told there was a delegation of governors who claimed, they were sent, by the president. But I did not even allow them to get into my house. I didn't.
So will you drop this fight?
I will only drop the fight when the court rules. If the court rules that I am right, fine. If the court rules that...
Right. You heard him, Abi. There's one reminder I want